Has it finally reached the point that your home office needs to be taken out of your living space? Maybe it's taken over your full house. If you've been inspired by our garage or shed office conversions, but you don't have either of those, don't panic. In this video, we're going to walk you through how to convert your barely used spare bedroom into the perfect home office, which you can shut the door on, whether you're inside it or not. Okay, let's get back to basics. Start from scratch and empty the room. The next thing to think about is the electrical sockets. Do you think you're going to have enough? It probably would be best to ask a professional about this so that you're not overloading the sockets. I would also think about a possible Wi-Fi booster. Personally, we've used the Google Wi-Fi mesh system all over the house, and it's great because we can get Wi-Fi wherever we need it, so I would strongly recommend that one. Do you have adequate ventilation? Does your window have a large opening sash? You don't need to splash out a fortune to get a better window like this one, and it'll give you a wee bit more breathing space. Once the bones of the room are in place, it's time for a freshen up. There's nothing like a new coat of paint or a lovely new wall covering to make a room feel all shiny and nice and new. I would avoid fussy patterns or things that distract you. We would recommend keeping it neutral and clean, calming colours. Remember how much time you're going to be spending in here, concentrating and working. Now for even more fun, get out the tape measure, sketch out the room, or for those a little more tech savvy, or possibly you're unable to visualise what the space will look like, we can give you 3D CAD designs drawn to your own dimensions, which will make it very easy for you to explore different options of what your perfect office could look like even before you start the work. For storage, utilise as much of the space inside any existing wardrobes as much as you can. You can install additional shelving to hold all your supplies like files and folders. Just keep everything off the floor and keep it as clear as possible. You can get great storage solutions in IKEA or even B&Q for shelving. If you do require more storage space, I would try to have open shelves at eye level and closed cupboards below the desk height. This will avoid making the room feel too closed in. Personally, I would think about where the desk should be positioned first, then work around about that regarding the storage and the shelves. Ideally, you want to sit with your back to the wall if possible. This is called the copper's chair. It's where the police could sit with their back protected and see who was coming and going out of a room. It's also lovely if you have a window that you can look out of. Keep an eye out for clever furniture solutions that have extra storage. Perhaps consider having a smaller desk and corner storage, or you can go for an L-shaped worktop even to enable a second person to work with you. Try not to cut corners when furnishing. Remember, you're spending a large chunk of your day in this room, so you want it to be inviting and comfortable, easy to work in. Make sure your chair ticks all the boxes and doesn't lead to back problems. The one I'm actually using comes from IKEA, and it was recommended to me by a chiropractor. Also, The Guardian did an article on the best office chairs. I think it was in 2005. I'll put a link on at the bottom. And they wrote in the article that IKEA was offering the best ergonomic office chair on a budget, so it's really worth checking it out. You don't have to spend a fortune to be comfortable. The desk is so easy. That's a very easy thing to do. Mine was a dining tabletop from IKEA and it cost £19. I would strongly recommend having a look at IKEA, all the ranges of storage furniture. We've done the whole office here with, I've used IKEA furniture and worktops from Porcelanosa. I'll do a 360 view of the office and you can have a wee look at what we've done in here. Finally folks, if you're often using platforms like Zoom or Teams, it may be worth adding some wall art to create a backdrop on your walls during your calls. I've got wardrobes behind me, but a really great cost-effective way of doing something nice would be to use a roller blind hung from the ceiling. It kind of works like a projector screen, and when it's not in use, you just pull it back up. If we can help you in any way, please don't hesitate to get in touch. We'd be delighted to hear from you. But don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more hints, tips and tricks of the trade.